Halito Ancana, Sahochifuyo Brian Oaster, look at High Country News. Westerners, we need to talk about Yellowstone. The show, not the park. A lot of people love this show, and it's not hard to see why. The melodrama is engaging, and watching the sweeping landscapes on our little screens is an itty-bitty respite from the tiny COVID holes we've been cooped up in. But let's be real, the show is pretty messy. Cherokee film professor Liza Black breaks it down succinctly. Amongst numerous other problems, like casting scandals, the main problem is that native characters in Yellowstone are just as money-grubbing and power-hungry as the white settlers are, and seem to have no more right to the land than any other bully sauntering along to claim it. Simply put, that's a white projection, and it reveals the show to be less the enlightened nouveau western it's trying to be, and more of a freshly repainted retread of the white guys writing Indian stories we're all so damn sick of. Kevin Costner, please go away! So let's turn our attention instead to indigenous stories told by indigenous people, shall we, darlings? Red Paint is the debut memoir by Sasha Tokshablu Lapointe. She chatted with Christine Trudeau about growing up as the only native person at the punk rock shows and the Riot Girl shows, about matrilineal connection to the land and water, and what it means to write when you have a responsibility to a native community and you can't always share the stories that people want to hear. Check it out, and then check out Lapointe's new book. Worst air quality in the U.S., what do you think? Eastern Seaboard? Somewhere back east, right? For sure, right? Wrong. It's the West that has the worst air quality by a large margin, and it's all thanks to the scorched earth summer and autumn wildfires which have undercut all the progress we've made. According to new data, of the 25 worst cities for smoky particulates, 24 are in the West. And all of the 21 counties that got a failing grade for particle pollution were not just in the West, but in only 5 Western states. Kylie Mohr reports on how Western states are flunking their report cards on particle and ozone pollution. Also, poetry is back in the pages of HCN. Check out our first poem by Victoria Chang. We got poetry, we got pot, we got a winner for the annual Bell Prize. There's just too much good stuff to list this week, so get yourself on over to hcn.org and catch up on the West. I'm Brian Oaster, Chipizla Chiqui.